Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development has awarded the City of Greensboro a lead hazard reduction and healthy homes grant in the amount of $5 million. This will fund the remediation of deteriorated lead-based paint in up to 125 homes, as well as limited home repair services over the next 4 years. This project, which begins later this year, is available to income-qualified homeowners and affordable properties. The focus is on homes where children younger than 6 and/or pregnant women reside or frequently visit. It's important to note babies and toddlers are at high risk of developmental impact from the effects of lead poisoning. To be placed on an interest list for lead remediation under this grant funding, send an email to the Greensboro Housing and Neighborhood Development Department. Include your name, phone number, and email address. The city's ongoing lead-safe housing grant program has remediated nearly 1,100 homes in low-income areas since the early 2000s. This initiative has eliminated critical health hazards that disproportionately impact Black and brown families in our community. For more information about the lead-safe Greensboro program, visit the city's website. Beginning on Monday, January 6th and continuing through Friday, January 17th, Summit Avenue will be closed from Yarborough Drive to Holders Road. This disruption will take place weekdays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., allowing crews to complete a pipe installation project. In other road project updates, various lanes of West Market Street from Mendenhall Street to Cedar Street will be closed each day from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. until Friday, December 20th. This is the result of construction on the downtown Greenway. The intersection of East Friendly Avenue and North Davie Street will be closed until Friday, January 17th for road construction. Both streets will be closed to through traffic, but road crews will accommodate local traffic needing access to the immediate area. Signage will direct drivers to the detour routes. Motorists should expect delays in the construction areas. You're encouraged to take alternate routes to avoid the delays. Work schedules are subject to change based on weather conditions and equipment availability. For more information about lane and road closures or to subscribe to receive email notifications about upcoming construction on city streets, visit the city's website. The Greensboro Housing and Neighborhood Development Department is seeking qualified developers to acquire and develop affordable housing units located on John Demery Drive. The department is accepting requests for proposals, or RFPs. This development project should address the community's housing needs and enhance the surrounding area. To assist with the RFP process, a virtual pre-submittal conference is scheduled from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Tuesday, December 17th. An on-site conference will take place from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Wednesday, December 18th at 1004 John Demery Drive. Attendance for both conferences is optional. The written question and answer period is open until 4 p.m. on Sunday, December 22nd. RFP responses will be assessed based on the applicant's experience in multifamily rental housing. Responses must be emailed with an attached PDF file to the attention of Grant Duffield by 4 p.m. on Tuesday, January 14th. For more information, visit the city's website. Cone Health has partnered with the city to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's News for Your Health.
Did you know that about 95% of people will develop back pain at some point in their life? I think there are some simple things you can do to help prevent the onset of back pain or reduce back pain that you may have. So let's talk about some of those ways. So I think one of the most important ways to avoid hurting your back is to avoid unnecessary bending, lifting, or twisting. We call it BLT because it's easy to remember. Bending, lifting, and twisting. Those are the things we want to try to avoid to try to help our back and try not to hurt our back. So we're going to show some of those things now. We're going to show the proper way to bend to pick up an umbrella off of the ground. So I think that's one way. I think there's two even better ways, and we're going to show that now. She's going to go down on one knee to pick it up. Right. What we really want to avoid is bending at the waist or the back to pick it up, and we really want to bend at the knees. I think that's important. The last way we can show to pick up things is called the golfer's bend, where we're leaning forward with a leg back and lift like that. And I think that's also easier on the back because it keeps the back straight. Again, we want to avoid bending at the hips and the back, but bend down instead. So one of the more difficult things you'll do around your house is bend over to pick up bigger objects that are somewhat more awkward. And we're going to show how to pick up a box now and try to do that without hurting our back. You see she gets down on one knee, she lifts the box, and she holds it close to her body. That's really important because if you hold it far from your body, it makes your back want to bend. It puts a fulcrum on your back. So it's important when you pick it up to then carry it close to your body. Now we're going to talk about twisting. And one of the things we twist to do is to grab objects such as tissue. So we're going to show how to correctly turn to grab a tissue. If you notice, she turned her whole body to grab the tissue and then her whole body back. And this is the wrong way to grab the tissue out of my hands. You notice she twisted her body that time. That puts undue forces on your low back and can cause back pain. I think there are several lifestyle changes people can make to improve their back health and either improve their back pain or prevent back pain. I think two of the most important are using good posture and using good body mechanics. So standing straight, sitting straight, lengthening the spine, and then using good body mechanics when lifting, bending, and avoidance of twisting maneuvers. Also, I think that for those who are overweight, losing weight down to an ideal body mass index can be very important. And I think reducing stress can also be important because it seems that any medical condition we have, stress seems to make it worse. So I think exercise is also extremely important, and I think exercises to improve core strength and improve flexibility, such as yoga and Pilates, are very important in prevention of back pain and improving chronic back pain. And lastly, I think quitting smoking can be very important in reducing back pain in those with chronic back issues. Smoking has been linked to degenerative disorders of the spine. Thanks for joining me today. Don't let a few wrong moves with your back stop your active lifestyle. To learn more, go to conehealth.com/backpain. This is Dr. David Jones.
The arts and culture scene will continue to thrive in Greensboro thanks to the Grow residency, and progress is being made in the overall future growth of Greensboro. We'll have those stories and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. 7 individual artists and 1 artist duo have been selected for Creative Greensboro's 2025 Grow Residency Series. The Greensboro Residency for Original Works provides selected artists free studio space for the creation of new work while offering opportunities for the public to engage in the creative process. Residencies have been awarded to the following artists. Jackie Spade will focus on live music, film, and poetry from January 14th to February 10th. Tumaini Johnson will present an interactive music production studio from February 18th to March 17th. Keela Rogers will invite women to share their stories of resilience through poetry and spoken word from March 18th to April 28th. Latoya Winslow will blend graphic design and creative writing from May 6th to June 2nd. Karpagam Palaniappan will apply traditional beading techniques along with the principles of mechanical engineering from June 9th to June 29th. Ivana D. Johnson will guide the community in creating mixed media collages from July 8th to August 18th. Brandon Williams will present the art of street dance with BTD from August 26th to October 6th. Janita Chase and Husan Pitts will combine light, texture, sound, and video projections in an immersive sensory experience from October 14th to December 15th. Grow is a flexible, creative space managed by Creative Greensboro, the city's Office for Arts and Culture. The Greensboro Planning Department published its quarterly GSO 2040 implementation newsletter, which provides updates on the city's award-winning comprehensive plan. Several key projects highlighted this quarter include the following. City Council adopted Phase 2 of the Randleman Road Corridor Plan. This outlines strategies to bring investment to this historically underserved area, focusing on revitalization without displacing residents. After months of planning, the city hosted a groundbreaking on the site of the future Windsor-Chavis-Noco Community Complex. This 65,000 square foot facility will provide numerous city services, including a public recreation center, library programs, swimming pools, and park amenities. The community attended public input workshops to learn more and share ideas about the South Greensboro planning process. And last but not least, the lofts at Elmsley Crossing opened. This adds to the much-needed affordable housing stock to accommodate the city's continued growth. Learn more about the GSO 2040 implementation by accessing the plan online. Sign up to receive the report each quarter, visit the e-Notify page on the city's website, and select GSO 2040 in the news section. The Greensboro Public Library is adding new educational resources for personal enrichment, skilled trades training, and small business resources. The library's Bridge to Learn program is free, offering a variety of resources. Coursera works with universities and other organizations to offer online courses, certifications, and degrees in a variety of subjects. Earn career credentials and professional certificates, get a head start on college degree, acquire in-demand skills, or just learn something fun. Skill Mill offers 3D simulations of more than 450 hours of interactive online skilled trades courses, including HVAC, plumbing, electrical, solar, and maintenance. Gale Business Entrepreneurship covers all aspects of starting and operating a business with a component to move through the entire business development lifecycle. Gale Legal Forms helps to create accurate, reliable legal documents with North Carolina-specific forms used by law firms. For more information about the Bridge to Learn program, visit the city's website. Greensboro is known for being a caring community. This is most evident in the efforts to support those who have been impacted by violent crime. Coming up after the break, we'll introduce you to the Office of Community Safety and how this team promotes peace. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Greensboro has gained the reputation for being a trendsetter when it comes to innovative programs. This is the case as it relates to providing resources intended to reduce violence. Joining me now to talk about this important work and new endeavor is Letitia McNeil. She is the manager of the Office of Community Safety. Hello, Letitia. Welcome.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Now, for those who aren't familiar, tell us about the Office of Community Safety.
Sure. So the Office of Community Safety was designed to provide community-driven responses to deal with quality of life and public safety issues in our community.
Okay, so a big component of that is reducing violence. So would you say that's your primary goal?
So our goal is really to interact with our community in a level that provides community-focused response. You know, we look at violence reduction, but we also know that there are so many other components that go into that. So what we really want to do is address those quality of life issues within the public safety continuum.
Okay, and being that you're community driven, can you talk about some of the programs that you manage that are intended to benefit the community?
Sure. So we have our behavioral health response team that responds along with our Greensboro Police Department, but also does follow-ups and coordination of services separately. We have our GSO Home, which is our Homeless Outreach Mobile Engagement Unit, and they focus on interacting with our unsheltered population. We have our GSO Peace on Purpose, which is our violence prevention initiative, and within that we focus on building our community violence intervention ecosystem. And so that's partnering with our community partners, faith-based organizations, businesses, really just bringing everyone in to be focused on violence prevention. and we have our pre-arrest diversion services. Those consist of our programs such as LEAD, or Law Enforcement Assisted Diversion Program. That's an opportunity for GPD officers to make referrals for services instead of charging someone with the crime.
Wonderful. So basically you're reaching all age groups, because the LEAD program is maybe for younger individuals to steer them in a better direction. And then, of course, we want to help those who are unhoused. And then it's nice to know that we have had that behavioral health response to assist our officers when we have maybe somebody in a mental health crisis.
Yes.
Okay. So with that, you can't do this alone. It takes a village. So how would you describe your partnerships with the other departments within the city?
Yeah, so we partner with many departments within the city. Of course, Greensboro Police Department, our other public safety partners, Fire, 911, Parks and Rec. We have a strong partnership with Parks and Rec, our libraries, but we also are looking to partner with all of the departments within the city, because there are things and aspects to our work that sometimes you may not think the departments can interact, but we really want to make sure that we're getting involved with everyone.
Fantastic. And we support you through communications just to help you get the word out
Absolutely.
for all of these great programs you have in the community. So with that, before we run out of time, what are your plans for the future? How do you envision community safety growing?
So what I envision for community safety is for us to really work on holistic safety for our entire community, looking at things like how are we trauma informed in dealing with community events. If something happens in community, how are we connecting with our neighbors to ensure that they're getting the services that they need? You know, how are we connecting with our maybe returning citizens to community? Are we connecting them with jobs and access to resources that can help them to be sustainable in community?
Fantastic. Well, Letitia, thank you for all you do and all that your team is doing to provide support and necessary resources to our community on various levels. And we do hope you'll come back and give us updates on your progress.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some interesting and useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That segment is coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. These City Council meetings take place in the Katie Dorset Council Chamber on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Roku. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. If your home was built prior to 1986, you may have received a letter from the city of Greensboro stating the material of your water service line pipe is unknown. There's no need to be alarmed by the letter. The city simply wants to determine if your water pipes are galvanized or made of copper or lead. The city is taking inventory of all service line materials in order to meet EPA requirements and will pay to replace any residential water service pipes made of lead. Check the pipe entering your dwelling through the wall or foundation. This is located at the main water shutoff valve to your home, sometimes found underneath your home or inside of a closet. If you know the service line material or have documentation from a plumber or other professional, please take a few minutes to complete the survey on the city's website. Enter your service address and simply follow the instructions. If you do not have internet access or you prefer a hard copy survey to be mailed, please call the contact center to submit a request. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first prepare to mark your calendars for the places to go and things to do on the town.
I'm Dave, and here are some upcoming holiday events on the town. The Greensboro Science Center's Winter Wonderlights display is underway through January 5th. Enjoy the dazzling light show that has captured the hearts and imagination of our community since 2020. Discover a world of twinkling beauty, where every corner holds a new surprise and embodies the joy of the holidays. Find tickets online at greensborowonderlights.org. 'Tis the season to be jolly, and the Green Hill Center for North Carolina Art is spreading holiday cheer. The Downtown Gallery has a festive makeover with a holiday art showcase in the community gallery space. It's the perfect place to find one-of-a-kind gifts while supporting North Carolina artists this winter. Disney on Ice brings the party to the First Horizon Coliseum, and the guest list is jam-packed with your favorite Disney characters. Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy have become DJs, remixing Disney tunes into colorful stories at this all-new, state-of-the-art ice show. The 9-show run begins December 22nd. Visit gsocomplex.com for tickets. The Glenwood Branch Library hosts a Winter Lights Family Story Time on December 22nd. Enjoy a winter treat of stories about other cultures and how they celebrate with light. The program features music, stories, rhymes, and art. Learn more about this free event at greensborolibrary.org. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for more happenings on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. Greensboro Transit Agency Director Reginald Mason has been tapped to serve a second term on the American Public Transportation Association, or APTA, Board of Directors. In addition, Mason has been appointed as the at-large small size system representative on the association's Public Transportation CEO Coordinating Council. Mason brings more than 28 years of experience in public transit to both leadership positions. He previously served on the APTA Executive Committee and has been recognized for his expertise in transit policy and operations. As a member of the APTA Board of Directors and the CEO Coordinating Council, Mason will focus on improving transit systems, enhancing sustainability, and addressing the challenges of growing public transportation needs. Mason's contributions will also support the development of policies aimed at making transit safer, more efficient, and readily accessible for all walks of life. Coming up after the break is our Way to Go GSO shout-out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout-out. This week's shout-out goes to Greensboro Parks and Recreation. The city will host a holiday event for residents ages 15 and older on Thursday, December 19th. Oh Gingerbread will take place at 11 a.m. at the Craft Recreation Center. Play holiday-themed bingo and enjoy a hot chocolate bar. The Ugly Sweater Holiday Party will take place at 12 p.m. at the Trotter Active Adult Center. Enter the Ugly Sweater Contest, enjoy hot chocolate, and line dancing. Registration is not required for either event. For more information, contact Jenny Matkins at 336-373-7566. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM, 100.7 FM, and 90.5 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Talk City in Espanol. Plus, GTN is streaming on Roku. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.